Hey, what is up, my gents, my boys? Welcome to a new episode of Compass for Men, where we try to be your compass in a very, very complicated, sophisticated world where you will probably not do very well as a boy. Now, before I start the real topic of this talk, which is female fuckery, I want to talk about boys falling in love. It's a very bad position to be in as a man, especially when you fall in love first. It never works out. But men fall in love because they are romantics. Women are the pragmatists who want to be the romantics, while men are the romantics who want to be the pragmatics. But that is how it is. And we have these idealizations, these dreams about girls, and it is just not the reality. But don't worry, because as you get older, boy, you will start to notice these things. Am I saying there are no quality women? Of course not. But it's the same with men. It's the same with everything, like cities, real estate, friends. Quality is hard to come by. And unfortunately, a woman's looks, which is what men care about a lot, are no indicator of her quality. So, third one. The boys, they give their heart to abusive women, which is one of the things that I've been doing a lot. This is a psychological and emotional problem that has to be fixed because it will ruin your life. It will. There's nothing you can do about it, but go through the process of decomposition, look into yourself as the reasons why you want to be Captain Save-A-Ho. Because being a Captain Save-A-Ho is the worst thing a man can do. It will make women abuse you. Women will abuse you. You will not get laid. And you will draw the short end of the stick, especially if you find a girl that does bait and switch. Now, the first or the last reason that you fall in love is because you have no better options. This girl is very special, and you don't want any other girl because you just don't realize how mating, seduction, and sexual relationships work. They have an abundance, you have scarcity, you have one girl, maybe two girls, and you fall in love with them because you don't have any better options. It's bad. It's really bad. So, let's talk about female fuckery. First of all, we live in an age of economic prosperity, and all civilizations with economic prosperity, there has been feminism, there have been liberated whores, hoes, bitches, OnlyFans, whatever. It's very common, you know. They don't need a man economically. There's also a police force who basically does most of the protection for them or the retribution. So men are no longer needed and they're no longer wanted. They are... they're not obsolete because, you know, all the infrastructure would collapse, which is what eventually will happen. So, second reason, we live in a world of female fuckery. Because the feminists, they have really pushed through their agenda. They have lied to everybody, boys and the girls. They've made boys weak and dependent. And they've changed girls into a bunch of promiscuous, nasty hoes. And that is basically the agenda. It's destabilizing. It's fucking with everybody, divide and rule policy, you know. And in the end, you can question who is benefiting. Well, consumerism, capitalism, pharmaceutical industries, the government. I mean, in the end, everybody loses, but that's the point, basically. Okay, third reason. We live in a society where it is okay to be a whore, a slut, a hoe, a bitch, and to kill babies, abortion. For the vast majority of time and for the vast majority of places, this is haram, this is not okay. This is the fact that we allow these things in the West is insanity. Literally, it's insane. It's blasphemy. I do not understand how this is even a debate that we allow these things to happen. But it is what it is. What can I do but accept it? Which is why I always say, don't protect, don't provide, don't commit, because it's gonna boomerang in your face. But you don't have to believe me, just live your life and experience will show you. Fourth reason why we live in a world of female fuckery, because social media and the World Wide Web have done something very strange with women. It brought up the worst in them, their narcissistic side, their cruel side. Like I'm a 20-year-old girl, I can travel the world, I have all these options. And they've become literally entitled, spoiled, and rotten. And the problem for boys and men is that the pool of which we can draw good girls to form families with has decreased significantly. And that's an issue. It makes it personal. So, fifth reason why we live in a world of female fuckery is because men are thirsty, desperate, needy, starved, and beaten. And for the illusion of opportunity, because they're not actually getting laid, except for a small percentage of guys who are either extremely successful and masculine or basically have let go of any caring and any commitment. Yeah, that's what feminists like, it's like, just have sex and that's it. But the fact that you're so needy, thirsty, is what is completely fucking it up from your perspective. And I'm afraid there's no other choice but to go through sobriety and celibacy and build yourself up until you're in that pool of successful men, or until you have the luck to find a high quality girl. And that is how most of us are going to have to live our lives. So my opinions can be wrong, they can be a bit harsh and maybe a bit negative. But that is a message that has to be spread. And even if you take one thing of this interaction, I'm glad there was a reason that I did it. So, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.